start off this evening. Move to election of officers for this term. Wallace Trimbath, the attorney representing this commission, will explain the process. Mr. Trimbath, please explain.
It's up to the commission how formal you would like to be in the process to elect the chair and a vice chair. Normally we do it fairly informally, and we would be comfortable with that. All we would really need is a motion to open nominations for the vice chair, the first and the second, a vote on that, and followed by nominating the chairperson for the term. Same way with the nomination to open nominations, a motion to open nominations, a vote in closing, and then the vote on that. So if you're comfortable with that, we can do it really simply that way. Otherwise, we can use a secret ballot if no one's comfortable the other way. Totally your call.
Okay. So do we have a motion to
Mr. Chair,
open nominations for vice chair?
I'll make a motion that Mr. Hutchison was he was vice chair last year.
We gotta have a motion to open nominations first.
Oh, that's fine. I'll make a motion we open nominations.
A second.
And second.
Sorry.
Now, Terry.
Well, I changed my mind.
Oh. Do we have any nominations for vice chair?
I'll make a motion that Mr. Hutchison is vice chair. The new year coming up.
Okay.
Year. I'll second that.
Nomination for Joe as vice chair from Terry. Any other nominations for vice chair? Joe's going, please. Okay. No further nominations? Then I'll call for a motion to close nomination.
So moved.
Second.
So moved and seconded. Nominations are now closed. Nominations for the position of vice chair is Joe. All those in favor,
Aye.
please vote.
Oh.
Count the
All
votes.
members voting aye, the motion carries.
Your demand, Joe.
Yeah.
I was gonna nominate you for chair.
That's why I'm not complaining about you.
All right. Now can we have a motion to nominations for chairperson?
I'll make the
Okay.
motion to nominate Michael McIntosh for chair.
A second.
So we haven't, anybody else? Anybody gonna nominate Terry? Okay, no more nominations. So we'll close the nominations and everybody cast your vote.
Voting aye, the motion carries.
All right. Sounds good. So for this year, we have same officers as last year. I will be chair and Joe will be the vice chair. So thank you, everybody, I guess. So we'll move on to our normal meeting. Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for January 11th will come to order. Welcome, everybody. There are agendas located on the table outside of the meeting room. This is a public meeting for which public notice has been provided. The proceedings are being broadcast and recorded and can be viewed online at the City of Casper's YouTube channel. First, I'd like to read some informational statements about the meeting. Use of cellular telephones is not permitted, and such telephones shall be turned off or otherwise silenced during the Planning and Zoning meeting. When speaking to the Planning and Zoning Commission, please clearly state your name and address. Keep your remarks pertinent to the issue being considered by the Planning and Zoning Commission. Do not repeat the same statements that were made by a previous speaker. Speak to the Planning and Zoning Commission as you would like to be spoken to. Do not address applicants or other audience members directly. Make your comments at the podium and directed to the chairperson and Planning and Zoning Commission. I'd like to remind everybody present that City of Casper Planning and Zoning Commission is a volunteer body composed of members of the Casper community and appointed by the Casper City Council. The commission acts as a quasi-judicial panel, making final decisions on some items and recommendations to the City Council on others as dictated by law. The commission may only consider evidence about any case as it relates to existing law. Commission cannot make or change planning or zoning laws, regulations, policies, or guidelines. We have everybody here except for Commissioner Plowchek, who is out of town this month. So the next item on the agenda this evening is consideration of the meeting minutes from the last Planning and Zoning Commission held on December 14th, 2023. Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? The chair entertains a motion to approve the minutes of December 14th.
Mr. Chairman, I'll be happy to approve those minutes.
Terry moves
From the
to
last
approve them.
meeting.
That a second? Hutchinson. That's a second. Any discussion? No. No abstentions. Please cast your vote.
Yeah, me too. With Commissioners Beamer and Rubel abstaining and all those voting aye, the motion does carry.
Right. Thank you. Next item on the agenda this evening are the scheduled public hearings. Before we get started, just a reminder to all of this evening's applicants that it takes 4 affirmative votes to pass any item, regardless of the number of commissioners present. If any applicants would like to postpone their case in anticipation possibility of more commissioners being present next month, then I would ask you to speak up when your case is announced. Case number 1. First public hearing tonight will be for consideration of cases ANX 555-2023 and sub 556-2023 and ZOC 557-2023. Request for annexation, final plat and zoning approval for the proposed Isaac Walton addition located at 4200, 4205, and 4225 Fort Casper Road. Can I please get staff's report at this time?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The city of Casper and Natrona County, as the current property owners, are the applicants for the annexation plat and zoning of just under 43 acres of property. Create the Isaac Walton addition. Subject area includes Isaac Walton Clubhouse, Fort Casper RV Park, and a portion of the city of Casper water supply well field. Approximately half the subject property was recently de-annexed by the city of Mills in order to facilitate a boundary adjustment between the two municipalities. Proposed Isaac Walton addition consists of 3 lots. Lot 1 is where the existing RV park is located. Lot 2 includes both the clubhouse and the water supply well field. And lot 3 which is currently owned by Natrona County, is located almost completely under the North Platte River. The subject area is continuous with the Casper city limits along its south boundary. The proposed zoning of Isaac Walton will be lot 1 R6 manufactured home mobile park, lot 2 PH park historic, and lot 3 at this time we're proposing to leave it unzoned. Section 1712-170 of the municipal code requires that staff provide a report to the commission as to the zoning request conformance with the comprehensive land use plan. The Generation Casper Comprehensive Land Use Plan provides a future land use plan, which is found in Chapter 4 on page 4-26 of that document. The future land use plan designates the future use of the subject property as parks and open space. Therefore, the PH Park Historic zoning is consistent with the planned land use of this area per the plan. However, it does not allow for the existing Casper RV Park as a listed permitted use. The only zoning district in Casper that allows for RV parks by right is the R6 district, which is why it's been proposed for lot 1. Mr. Chairman, I have no public comments. We have no recommended conditions, and I have 7 exhibits to enter into the record. A is the application for annexation. B, application for the subdivision. C, application for a zone change. D, public notice sent to property owners within 300 feet. E, legal notice sent to the Star Tribune. F, photo of the public notice sign on the property. And G, memo to the chairperson and members of the Planning and Zoning Commission. That concludes my report. As staff, in that the city is the applicant, I would also be able to answer any questions as the applicant.
Okay. Thank you for the report, and exhibits are noted. Anybody have any questions for the staff/applicant?
Mr. Chairman, is the city going to be running this RV park, or is it going to be contracted out to?
Mr. Chairman, it's already contracted out. I believe Isaac Walton receives the revenue and runs that.
Wallace, will we be voting on this as a package or as individual, the annexation and then the sub and then?
Mr. Chairman, we would be voting on this separately, each item.
You else have any questions?
I know, Mr. Chairman, I noticed you sent out within 300 feet. Does that mean you sent notices out to across the river to mills?
Yes, our GIS mapping system has addressing for the entire county, so it picks up on adjacent municipalities as well.
Okay.
Now's the time when we ask for members of the audience to come forward to either support or in opposition to this case. Please remember to state your name and address clearly into the microphone for the record. Is there anyone wishing to speak in support of this case? How's it going?
Hey, my name's Trey Young. I'm applying for the board of Casper League. They're nonprofit and basically been going to all board meetings for the last 6 months or so. We did have some questions. So I work quite a bit with the campground as well. And we were curious on a couple of things. Once it is annexed, because it sounds like it's pretty much going to go through. Are we going to be able to get city services there other than water?
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, all normal city services, including the emergency services, will be available to the property owners.
Okay, because that was one of the concerns of the campground was because they were used to dealing with mills.
That's actually the impetus for why we're doing this. Mills asked us to take it, since it makes more sense for the city of Casper to respond to those emergency situations.
And that was just one of the concerns that they had, is they just didn't know who was going to be, their contact for that. So,
yep.
No, it's a great facility and it's a great big group of people that are running the campground. So, we look forward to working with the city of Casper and appreciate your time.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thanks, Trey.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Anybody else? Anybody wish to speak in opposition to this case? Since there's nobody else here, I guess not. Is there anybody wishing to speak in opposition or anybody else wishing to speak, we will move on to first up for the vote will be the annexation. So the chair calls for motion to approve, deny, table, or postpone to a date certain the annexation, which is case ANX 5552023.
I move to approve.
We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Rubel.
I'll second it.
And a second by Commissioner Terry Wingeter. Having a motion and a second, is there any discussion? Okay. There being no further discussion, we will now vote on the motion, which is to approve ANX 5552023. Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
Thank you. Now will be the vote for the plat request. The chair calls for a motion to approve with conditions, deny, table, or postpone to a date certain. Case SUB 5562023.
I'll make a motion to approve SUB 5562023.
Motion to approve from Commissioner Eskew. Have a second. Second, Commissioner Beamer. Is there any discussion? Being no more further discussion, we'll now vote on motion SUB 5562023. Plat request. Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
Thank you. Lastly, will be the vote for the zone change. Chair calls for a motion to approve, deny, table, or postpone to a date certain zoning change ZOC 5572023.
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion. We approve the zoning change ZOC 5572023.
We have a motion to approve from Commissioner Wingeter. Do we have a second? Commissioner Hutchison, this gives us a second. Make a motion and second. Is there any discussion? Okay. There being no further discussion, we will now vote on the motion, which is ZOC 5572023 to change the zoning. Please cast your vote. Please record the vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
All right. Plat zone change and annexation requests have been approved. Staff, please inform themselves what happened today. All right, fantastic. So you can report to them, right? It's set to go before part of it will go before the city council.
It will.
Yeah.
It's gonna be beginning of March, April, beginning of April before it's completed.
Next on the agenda is special issues. The chair requests a minimum of 2 commissioners to serve as non-voting liaisons with the Old Yellowstone District Advisory Committee. Commission typically meets on the 4th Monday of every month at 4 at various locations around the OYD. May I get 2 volunteers? Who would like to volunteer to be on the OYD?
Chairman, I'll volunteer.
All right. Oh, Commissioner Beamer. I'll stay on there too if nobody else wants to. You want to, Terry?
I'll be happy to do it, but if you want it,
Okay.
you can have it.
We'll put Commissioner Beamer and Commissioner Wingeter on there. I'll stop in just to make sure you stay in line.
Okay.
All right. Now the chair requests.
Mr. Chairman, those are open to the public, I believe, right? So any of you can attend anytime you want.
Right. Yeah. They're kind of fun to go to. Joe and I have enjoyed the last year being on there, so. Now the chair requests a minimum of 2 commissioners to serve as non-voting liaisons with the Casper Historic Preservation Commission. Commission typically meets on the 2nd Monday of every month from 8:30 a.m. to approximately 10 a.m. Meetings are currently being held at the Casper Business Center, city's temporary offices. May I get 2 volunteers for that one? That's another interesting one. You hear all sorts of cool stuff.
Volunteer.
Commissioner Rubel? I'm on that one now, so I'll stay on that one. It's kind of fun. Talk about ghosts. All right. Next on the agenda is communications. Chair calls for any communications from the commission. Anybody? I just want to welcome Commissioner Beamer and Commissioner Rubel, and thank you for your willingness to serve. Should be a fun year.
Yeah.
Or 3. So, anybody else have any communications? All right. Chair calls for communications from the community development director or the city planner
Hi, sir.
tonight. Okay. Communications from our council liaison, Mr. Mayor.
Well, on behalf of the council, I would like to thank Mr. Beamer and Ms. Rubel for volunteering and being on the committee. So we do appreciate that. The other thing is I will not be here. There will be nobody here from council next Thursday on your meeting on the 8th. They have scheduled a meeting for all of the council that can attend with some of the state legislators before the legislature starts. So we apologize for not being here, but people say I have a split personality, but I don't know about
I don't know if you can send the other personality.
that. You won't like them. That's all I had. Anybody have anything to take back to council?
I don't think so.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Chair calls for communication from the Historic Preservation Commission liaison. So I was the only one there. What are we going to talk about this time around? Let's see. We discussed a little bit about we still have the voting going on as to what building we want to do the next Christmas tree ornament. Moving that out to end in March. So we get some good input on that.
Do you have nominations, Mike, or?
Yeah, and it's on the Facebook page. Where is it? We've got that. It's on the city website.
You can email us.
It's gonna be opened up on we believe the Facebook page, but we're having some technical
Yeah,
difficulties right now.
some technical difficulties with the Facebook page.
You're always welcome to email planning at casper.ui.gov.
Yeah, we had a few that have been nominated. I didn't bring my sheet with me that tells which ones those are, but there's been a few suggestions, so that didn't look too bad for some of them suggestions, so. All right. How about communications from OID? We didn't have a meeting last month, did we? Just did some.
This is coming up.
Their 20th. How about any, other communications from anybody else present? After last month, you don't want to, too much of a discussion going on, okay.
And I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Feeling okay, Chair? All right. Final item on the agenda for this evening is adjournment. Next meeting of the Planning and Zoning Commission is scheduled for Thursday, February 8th at 6 p.m. right here at the Lyric. Being no further business to conduct, the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Terry Wagner, seconded by Commissioner Beam. Please cast your vote. Record the vote.
With all members voting aye, the motion carries.
I guess we